I just went to the sail loft the other day because I figured it was about time to have an honest assessment and conversation about the sails on my boat, Lady K. And you know the conversation. That moment every boater eventually reaches when you start looking at your sails and thinking, these might be getting a little tired, maybe a little stretched, it's hard to tell. Maybe the stitching is starting to look like it's had a few too many years in the sun. Maybe the shape has all the aerodynamic elegance of a potato chip. So I gathered a couple of sails and I headed down to the sail loft. One of the sails I knew was getting near end of life. That was the mainsail. It's a full batten double reef, fairly heavy cruising Dacron, and I figured I'd probably get the usual speech. You've had a good run, it's time for a new one. The other sail I brought was a bit of a mystery. It's a Genoa that came with my boat when I bought it. I have absolutely no idea how old this sail is. I've never used it as my primary sail because I have lighter, racier Dacron Genoas that perform better. But when I was sailing in the Bahamas, I actually did use this heavier sail full time because it was built like a tank. Proper cruising cloth, real tough, heavy, not very good in light air though. The stitching on it, however, was starting to look a little translucent. You know what I mean, when the threads start looking like spider webs instead of thread. So I figured worst case scenario we'd end up having to order a new Jenny. The sailmaker, Boston Doyle, spreads the sails out on the loft floor and starts looking them over. First the main, he walks around it for a while, poking here and there, pulling on some seams, taking off a piece of tape, looking at the cloth. Then he looks up and says something I didn't expect. You could probably fix this and still get a few more years out of it. Which was surprising, but that sail does still hold shape reasonably well, and it's a full batten main, so it's probably structurally worth saving right now. So that one might get some reinforcement and live to sail another day. But then we unrolled the Genoa that I brought. He walks over to the corner where it says Boston on the logo, where it's printed in the bottom corner, and he stares at that for a second. Then he looks at me and says, "Whose sail is this?" And I said, "I've absolutely no idea. The boat has a bit of history in this area. There's another boat exactly like mine, and the owners were friends, and the sails have apparently been traded back and forth over the last 40 years. So this Genoa could be from either boat, and it could be from either owner." He looks at it again and says, "I know how old this sail is." And then he does something straight out of a movie. He walks over to a shelf and grabs an old ledger book. And when I say old, I mean old, dusty, heavy. The kind of book that probably predates the internet by at least 3 generations. He flips through the pages for a while, scanning rows of handwritten entries, and eventually he stops, runs his finger down the page, and then looks back at the sail, and then looks back at the book. And then he looks at me and he says, "The sail was ordered in 1979 and built in 1980. And the name beside the order, the same last name as the person who originally had my boat built, which means this sail is the original Jenny from my boat." That sail is 46 years old. 46! Now, before anyone panics and writes a letter to their sailmaker accusing them of running some kind of a planned obsolescence racket, we need to talk about what that actually means, because the question that it raises is a really good one. How long do sails actually last? If you ask sailmakers and sailing magazines and experienced cruisers, you'll hear a pretty consistent number. Most cruising sails are expected to last anywhere from 10 years to maybe 15 if they're well kept. Racing sails often much less. So how in the world is there a 46-year-old Dacron sail still floating around? The answer comes down to 3 things: material, usage, and sunlight. Let's start with material. Most cruising sails are made from something called Dacron. Dacron is basically woven polyester cloth. It's been the standard sail material since the 1960s, and for pretty good reason. It's durable, it's relatively inexpensive, it's easy for us to fix, and it's extremely tolerant of abuse. Dacron sails can be flogged and folded and reefed and furled and stuffed in sailbags and generally treated like farm equipment, which for cruising sailors is exactly what we need. But Dacron does have one weakness, and it's stretch. Over time, the woven fibers slowly stretch and the sail loses its designed shape. Its draft moves aft. The sail becomes baggy. The boat starts heeling a lot more. Pointing ability gets really bad. So while the sail may still technically function, it's no longer performing the way it did when it was new. That's usually what ends the life of a cruising sail. Not structural failure, just aerodynamic retirement. Which brings us to the other category of sails, laminate sails. You can tell because they're usually yellow or black, they're not usually white. Laminate sails are built differently. Instead of woven cloth, they use layers of film with high-strength fibers sandwiched in between them. Things like Kevlar and carbon and Technora and Dyneema. These fibers have extremely low stretch, which means laminate sails hold their shape far better than Dacron. This is why racers love them. They say the sail stays fast, precise, and efficient, but laminates have a different problem. They tend to age like milk. The films start to crack, adhesives break down, the layers delaminate, and when that happens, repairs become more difficult. The whole sail simply starts falling apart very rapidly. So while laminate sails often stay high performance longer, they usually don't live nearly as long. A typical cruising laminate sail might last 5 to 7 years. A racing laminate sail might be considered tired after just 3 or 4 years. Dacron, on the other hand, is more like the pickup truck of sailcloth. It may not be the fastest thing on the water, but it will keep going and going and going, which is how you end up with a 46-year-old Jenny. But there's another factor that matters even more than material, and that is sunlight. Ultraviolet radiation is the single biggest killer of any sail. UV breaks down the fibers, it weakens the stitching, it degrades the adhesives, it slowly cooks sailcloth until it becomes brittle. That's why furling head sails have UV covers when they're furled up. It's why mainsails have sail covers and stack packs. It's why the guy who just bought new sails rushes everyone on the boat to put the main cover back on immediately when you're done sailing. And it's why sails stored indoors during the off-season can last dramatically longer. If you remove sunlight from the equation, sails can survive for decades, especially heavier cruising Dacron. And that's almost certainly what happened with this Genoa. It probably spent large portions of its life either covered or stored. It has a large UV cover when it's furled, and it lived its life on the Great Lakes mostly, where half the year it was stored indoors. It probably wasn't used constantly, and because it was built from heavy cruising cloth, the material itself simply endured. Now, that doesn't mean that it's still a high-performance sail. If we hoisted that Jenny and started racing, we'd probably be sailing around with all the aerodynamic efficiency of a bedsheet. But structurally, the sail still exists. And that's an important distinction, because when sailors ask how long sails last, they're often talking about two different things: performance life and structural life. Performance life might be 10 years. Structural life might be 30 or more, sometimes much more. And every now and then you walk into a sail loft with a mystery Genoa and discover that the sail on your boat has been quietly hanging around since Jimmy Carter was president and the original Pac-Man was released. Which, if nothing else, is a pretty good reminder that sailing gear often lasts a lot longer than we think, especially when it's built well and kept out of the sun. And if that old Genoa ever finally does retire, I have to admit, 46 years is a pretty respectable career. Not bad for a piece of cloth made in 1980. What experience have you had with the life of sails? Anything longer than 40-something years? Love to hear from you in the comments with your experience and your knowledge. And while we're on about sails, have you seen this article? Make your own offshore sails and save thousands. The author, Roland Stockham, has crossed oceans on sails he built in his living room. Here's a step-by-step process he lays out, from choosing a sewing machine to fitting the latest grommets. A great read if you have a few minutes. I'll leave a link in the description for you. And while you're here, don't forget to hit the thumbs up on this video. It really helps us out, but also it lets YouTube know that you like sailboat videos, so it'll show you more of them. How cool is that? And if you hit subscribe, I'll be able to see you again next time.